doesn't. In exchange for all the pies the diner can go through, I get to park Penny, my vintage pink RV, out back and tap into the water and electricity. It's an arrangement that served us both well, and even though Frank likes to talk tough, I know it's all bluster. Unfortunately, Kate does not. Mr. Harrow, you signed a release granting us access to this establishment to film promotional materials as needed. At some point, I would suggest you get your attitude under control, because if Daisy makes it past the first week, I can guarantee we're going to be back here getting more footage. Frank harumphs again.
Of course she's making it past the first week.
I feel my cheeks flush just a little at this extravagant display of affection. We'll see, Kate says, zipping her wheeled camera bag closed. She offers me a pointed look. Remember, 9 outfits for shooting, plus something for the reception. Specific requirements are in your packet. We'll see you in a week. Without a word to Frank, she strides out of the kitchen, leaving her assistant scrambling to gather the rest of the equipment and scurry after her. Frank cranks the knobs on the flat top and fires up the fryer, the soft whooshes of ignition louder than usual in the sudden quiet.
I hope you know what you're getting yourself into, Frank mutters. Can't trust these damn showbiz types.
It's just a baking competition, I say, same as the pie contest. The swinging door to the dining room bursts open, and Juan, the diner's head cook and one of my very favorite humans, crashes in with a pile of servers on his heels.
Except this time you're going to be properly famous,
he says, adding a terrible posh British accent to the last 2 words before grabbing me in a hug.
How'd it go?
You know those scenes in old detective movies where they put the suspect in a dark room with a spotlight? It kind of feels like that, only with more butter.
I'm sure you were great, Juan says. The camera's gonna love our pie girl.
We'll see. A mix of excitement, hope, and panic swirls in my chest like meringue.
Well, Anna's already jazzed. You would think it was her going on TV.
If I make it to the finals, it will be. I flush, the many implications of that statement hitting me all at once. I mean, if you want to, if she wants to. I steal a look at Frank, who's busy haranguing the servers about side work, but also has an eye in my direction. You don't have to, none of you. I mean, it's just that if you're in the finals, they do this whole meet the family thing, and you guys, well, you're the closest thing I have to family. So I think that means it'll be you they're coming for. I know I'm babbling, but I can't help it. I spent the morning psyching myself up for cameras and repetitive takes and intrusive lighting, not stark emotional confessions in a barely open restaurant. But here we are.
Oh, I already have my whole spiel planned,
Juan says, like it's an absolute given that I'll make it past the first week.
Anna's making signs. Eric's overseeing. It's going to be a thing.
Juan adopted Anna last year, and in that time, she has already become my unofficial biggest fan. Getting to the finals will be as much fun for her as it will be for me. Maybe more so, since she's 6 and won't actually have the stress of, actually being in the finals of a nationally televised baking competition. The whole thing started as a lark. The invitation to audition for a new food TV show had been extended after I won the state pie contest last year. It was being billed as America's answer to the popular British baking show, and if I'm honest, I don't think I really believed I'd be chosen, but Noel was so excited about the prospect that I went ahead and applied. Which is why he's square in my blamed crosshairs. If it weren't for him and his sweet, rumpled earnestness, I wouldn't be faced with a mountain of pies I need to make Frank to cover the 2 weeks I'll be away filming. I wouldn't be worried about which of my vintage swing dresses will look best on camera, and I wouldn't be mentally planning how I'll spend the prize money. It's going to sound materialistic, but that's the real reason I've thrown my hat into this ring. I don't care about fame. I don't care about competition. But I do care about that $100,000. I care about how it can fund Pies Before Guys, the darker side of my RV-based baking business that delivers flaky crusted justice to the worst men out there. It's a mission that was almost taken from me once, and if I can expand its reach by winning that prize money, it's worth every camera and scripted take in the world. Chapter 2. I've just finished a lunch rush of pie sales at my new spot downtown when Melly appears at the van's window, all energy and fuchsia hair.